Hello, I'm Bryson White with Newton Crouch. I'm here to show off our new item for Sunbelt and for the year. It's our 300-gallon golf turf unit along with Chase Assey.
I'm Chase Assey with Newton Crouch. We're talking about a 45 300 golf turf sprayer.
I'd like to go over a little bit of stuff and then Chase will follow after. Starts off here with our GX 160 5.5 horse with our Zeta 85 diaphragm pump. We have the regulator, manual regulator, and the PSI gauge in the green, yellow, and red. On, off. Off would be you're getting no liquid to the hose reel, and then when you're ready for the hose reel, flip this valve on and you're getting liquid to the hose reel.
This is a Titan hose reel. It's got a 1/3 horsepower motor. This is 300 foot of 600 PSI high pressure hose. 300 foot is ideal for golf courses because you don't want to have the downtime of moving your spreader when you only, or your sprayer when you only have 100 feet of hose. And it's electric, and so it free spools off, and then you just press this button right here and wind it back up.
And then it comes back here to our Norwesco 300-gallon tank with an air gap so you can hook your hose direct to it and fill. And then also our bypass is here for the diaphragm pump. And then if you come around here to this side, it comes together with the Hi-Pro clean load inductor for dry or wet chemicals. Just come here, open this up here, and put any wet or dry chemical in there, and then it will induct down and suck into the tank without mixing or getting up on top of the tank. So down here on these two valves, this first valve here, you would obviously keep it closed, fill your chemical in with the water up high, reach down here, open this valve up, then that would suck into the tank.
You'll turn this ball valve here, and you can see how quickly it drains it.
So on this Hi-Pro clean load, it'll do dry and wet chemical. And if you have a 50-gallon bag or something bigger, you can take this screen off and put in a lance, like a vacuum cleaner lance. Instead of bending down and picking up a 50-gallon bag, you can just pick the lance down and it'll suck actually the dry chemical into the inductor.
Inside the lid, you got a 16-inch basket, where if you wanted to fill fertilizer up in this and use your quick fill to dissolve it into a slurry if you didn't want to use a chemical inductor, or if you opted out of buying a chemical inductor. This unit has an onboard battery, so it's completely self-contained. It's a marine deep cycle battery, so it'll last all day long if you fidgeting with your booms, keeping them up and down and out of the dirt. This battery powers your all-in-one controller. It's a key start Honda motor. It runs all your valves, your hose reel, your foam marker, and your electric actuators on the back. So this console runs off of your battery. It is an all-in-one console. So here you have your main on-off switch. This will kill all three sections of your boom. Right here you have a picture of spray coming out, and that's your three on-off sections, left, right, and center. These is to fold, raise and lower your booms with the electric actuators. This is your pressure adjustment. It has left and right foam marker, and if you have it to the left side and you press that red button, it'll do double drop. So if you're making your center line down the fairway, you can get that center line, turn around and cut the double drop off and just do one single side. The foam marker is adjustable in and out through these special clamps. It's also important that these foam markers have a very small outlet so that you do not burn the turf while you're applicating. And when you get it in the correct spray angle that you want these at, just go ahead and tighten these screws back down. These valves come from ARAG. These red dials on here, if you cut off the left section, you adjust the left dial to keep your pressure the same. So whatever section is off and you want to keep your pressure on, say, 40 psi, if you cut off the left boom, you'll run this knob around until your pressure stays constant at 40. And that, when you're moving this valve, it's sending the water back through to the top of the tank, whatever is not used. This is the pressure gauge that you'll be looking at when you're adjusting your metered valves. To control your agitation, you have a manual prop valve. You open it up for more agitation and close it down for less agitation. The agitation in this is a high volume dual bugle jet agitation. It points into either corner and makes a figure 8 agitation shape. Can also be used as a fine adjustment tool in adjusting your PSI. The red knob is an on-off valve to send water to the clean load. So when it's up, all the water that's coming through the pump is dumping straight back down and sucking back through the clean load. You cut it back off, no more water to the clean load. We put upgraded turf tires on these units to help with compaction as well as tracking. No golf course superintendent wants to see as many, they don't want any compaction on their fairways. It makes their grass look bad. And so we put beefier, wider turf tires on here to help with that. You have a step, so for easy access to getting in the top of the tank, checking out your agitation. Our frame is at a 5-inch channel on this spreader form channel. We make the entire trailer here at Newton Crouch. The tongue weight on this was designed specifically so it could be pulled with a Pro Gator or small tractors. Pro Gator is very important on golf courses because a lot of golf courses have a whole lot of Pro Gators and a little bit of tractors. So it's great that you could use this spraying fairways for pre-emergent applications and the like with a Pro Gator and not have to tie up one of your few tractors that you do have. This is a 2,000-pound sidewind jack. When you're ready to spray, you pull the pin on the side, just flip it up sideways and you'll be ready to go. The tongue height on these goes from a 12-inch drawbar height up to 18-inch drawbar height depending on the size of your tractor. 12 inches is good for smaller tractors, 15 to 35 horsepower, and also Pro Gators or Cushmans, whatever. And the 18-inch drawbar height standard on smaller tractors. These booms have trip casters on them with a rounded edge. So if you're spraying in tight areas and you run into a tree, they trip very easily and pull right back around the boom. Because of the valve system that we put on these sprayers, you have the capability of spraying with the left boom out and the right boom up, or the left and the right boom up and only use the center section if you're in really tight areas. At the base of the tank here, you'll see a 2-inch dump valve. It's very important on golf courses because they have to do a triple rinse system when they're cleaning out their tank, because they spray a lot of different applications, so they want to make sure that they're not spraying anything that doesn't mix well together that will congeal up in their tank. So it's very important to have that dump valve on the back. You can run your jack up a little bit and all the water inside the tank will drain out through that valve. Inside the tank you'll find a washout nozzle. You can get this with one washout nozzle or two washout nozzles, and again that just helps with making sure you have the walls of your tank cleaned out for your triple rinse.
Visit our website, newtoncrouch.com, for equipment specifications and technical tips. Give us a call at 800-241-1350. Our sales representatives will be glad to discuss your specific needs. They can help you select the options and the equipment type that will give you the best value for your investment. When you call NCI, you will always speak with a person who will make sure your questions are answered. Proudly made in America, a family-owned business since 1940, Newton Crouch.